George Floyd's death in Minneapolis transformed the landscape of Richmond, the city's most historic street, now void of Confederate statues. So what's next for Monument Avenue? Our Cameron Thompson is live with that part of our in-depth coverage.
Yes, and Cheryl, right now there is a commission meeting going on to discuss the city's proposal for what to do with those statues around the city, including the AP Hill behind me. But as officials are saying, this is the first of many steps. With a price tag of over $232,000, the city seeks to remove what's left of the city-owned Confederate monuments. The submitted plans primarily focus on the pedestals, as most statues were removed last summer by protesters or work crews, the exception being Confederate General AP Hill, as his remains are under the statue.
We're working with the Department of Historic Resources to make sure that those remains can be deinterred and interred properly, along with the descendants.
For some, like with Hill and Stonewall Jackson, after removal, it's proposed the sites would be paved over and become a part of the regular intersection, while for Jefferson Davis or Jeb Stewart, they would keep the medians and turn them into green space. City staff recommend the plans be approved, as Kevin Vonk says it won't impact the historic fabric of the neighborhoods, and adds,
it's not in the best interest of the health and welfare of the community, to have these objects remain.
However, groups like the Virginia Flaggers oppose the statue's removal, telling CBS 6 in part, quote, Democrats, unquote, are eliminating any trace of the city's rich history and heritage, end quote. Meanwhile, David Zijak Israel lives near the statue and is opposed as well.
It's a symbol of what was, but it doesn't have to be now, but it was. So we have to appreciate our history. We learn from our history. But
9th District Council member Mike Jones says their removal can't come fast enough.
The more I have to hear that it's heritage, not hate, when I understand the whole nature of these monuments and what it's rooted in, I mean, it's just further traumatizing Black and brown neighborhoods.
2 other committees that meet in June have to sign off on the plans before it goes to the council for final say. And Jones says he hopes they move quickly and finish up in July. And he adds he likes the idea of turning them into green space where people can come together.
That's what makes Richmond, Richmond. That's what makes us one city where everyone can come. Even if I'm just going on Monument Avenue to just dream of a different life, right?
The Commission of Architectural Review is meeting right now, and some public comments have said they want the pedestals to remain for the time being, while a reimagining of Monument Avenue can continue in case they want to repurpose those pedestals. Now, one thing missing from all this is the Lee statue on Monument Avenue, which is owned by the state, and the state is trying to remove it, but it's being blocked by a lawsuit from some residents on the avenue. However, that is up for a hearing on June 8th in front of the Virginia State Supreme Court.